All right, Matt, our short notice co-main event for UFC Moscow coming at you live this Saturday from the CSKA Arena in Moscow, Russia. And listen, you've got Alexander Volkov, your former M1 global champ, your former top Bellator heavyweight, and current top UFC heavyweight.
Who's he fighting, Craig?
Right up there. He's going to be taking on the Prince of War, Greg Hardy, a man whose corner, himself, the people on TV, didn't know if he could really take an inhaler during a fight, and he did. He ended up losing to, it was a no contest against Ben Sassoli.
In one of the worst heavyweight fights I've ever seen. So let's just be honest, Craig. This fight's not going to be competitive in the least bit. Unless Greg Hardy somehow accidentally lands an overhand right on Alexander Volkov's chin, he's going to win. But if that does not happen, Alexander Volkov is going to keep the pressure. He's going to eventually hurt Greg Hardy. And in the first or second round, he's going to put him to sleep.
See, Greg Hardy had one of those performances in his last fight that a lot of people would liken to when Khabib fought Al Iaquinta. Khabib kind of tested out his boxing, so to speak, in that fight. And Greg Hardy tested out his cardio. And it didn't work all that great. Mean, yes, he won that fight 30-27 unanimous decision. All the judges agreed. I agreed with him as well. Yeah. Some people might have scored around for Sassoli. But he threw the jab, he ran around the ring, but he got tired. And the issue here is the fact that Alexander Volkov was originally scheduled in a 5-round main event against Junior Dos Santos. You know Alexander Volkov already has the cardio. You know he already has championship experience. You can say whatever you want about M1 Global and their rage. I'm talking about a ring cage hybrid. But this is a guy that's fought top talent for a long time versus a guy who doesn't understand the rules of MMA. And listen, I know a commissioner told him that he could take the puffer. Whatever. He also threw an illegal knee just a few fights ago. That was 2019. Don't forget about that.
Calm down.
Go ahead, Matt.
Fired up. So, let's just look at the X's and O's. And I'm going to say this honestly. Good on Greg Hardy for taking this fight because it's not an easy one. He's kind of doing like the Kevin Lee approach where it's like, okay, I might not always win, but I'm just going to take the hardest fights. So good for him on that. Alexander Volkov is going to bounce the shit off his head though, and that's probably how the fight's going to go. I really do see this being an early knockout for Alexander Volkov. Maybe not early, but definitely it's going to end within the distance.
I could see Volkov getting a win in the 3rd round here if he's going to be able to get it done. Listen, we know Greg Hardy from, some of the fights that he's had. He can actually take a shot. I mean, you look at some of the fights that he's had, he takes one, he gives one, and now all of a sudden he looks like a little bit of a smarter fighter. In the Sassoli fight, it was a smart fight, and it was a test on his part, but now he's taking on a monumental test. He's an underdog for a reason. He's a plus 230 roughly. You got Volkov minus 270, Matt. I'm going to agree with you here.
I'm going to put the house on Volkov.
We're both going to take Alexander Volkov in this fight, but looking forward to it. UFC Moscow, pretty decent card coming up this weekend on Saturday. You're not going to want to miss our main event prediction for the fight between Zabit Magomedsharipov and Calvin Kattar here on YouTube. Fight Night Picks. Let's get into it.